My family, after reading the Byline Times exclusive, there is a person of interest who my family received so many scoops, exclusive leaks from the palace about Harry&Meghan. And my family, his name is the sad little man Dan Wootton. And my family, please hear exactly what he said a while back, because my family, it appears that these days he has amnesia. Because when Harry and Meghan told the world the palace were briefing against them, my family, Dan Wootton, the sad little man, called Harry and Meghan liars. Please kindly hear this, my family.
On racism, rather than actually address the fact that much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press. And obviously,
the royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones who are very much leaking these stories to the press. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the very ones who are leaking these stories about Harry and Meghan to the press. When Harry and Meghan say the same thing, Dan Wootton, the sad little man, called Harry and Meghan liars. And my family, today, before I read you the part which I haven't covered in the Byline Times exclusive, my family, there is someone called James Palmer, who is the deputy editor of Foreign Policy Writing. My family, a while back in 18th of March 2021, posted a comment on X, formerly called Twitter, saying this, and I quote, "The palace has been protecting Prince William from the tabloids for years and has a complicated relationship with tabloid editors, including alternating between sending them legal threats and effectively striking a deal with them, striking bargains with them to leak on Markle. This is why British papers were not even touching William's alleged affair with Rose HANBURY. My family, this information about the smear campaign of the UK media and the farm. My family, this person, James Palmer, told us exactly what was going on behind the scenes. And my family, I'll go back to the Byline Times exclusive, my family, because my family, we have to get to the bottom of what happened to Harry and Meghan. And my family, it is what we have always known. It is what we have always known, my family. The palace did what they did to cover and protect Prince William at the expense of the mental health of Meghan Markle. Meghan suffered so William can be protected. So William can be viewed in a positive light. My family, let me kindly just say this. King Charles, when he became king, my family, he was never someone who was so popular in my family. He had so many scandals, my family, following him. After what he did to Diana, the world has never truly forgiven Charles for the pain he put Diana through. And the palace could not allow for Prince William, the next monarch, to be viewed in a negative light as someone who my family engages in alleged affairs. That's not what they wanted for Prince William. They wanted the next monarch of my family, after Charles, they want the next monarch after Charles to be popular. That's why, my family, you're having this PR push for Prince William. That my family is so obvious. For example, that so-called Gallup poll that said William is so famous in America, even more famous than even Joe Biden, my family, who was voted by millions of Americans to become president of the United States of America, my family. Even more famous than even Harry and Meghan. My family, that doesn't even make any sense. And then a couple of days ago, I also saw a carnival of so-called experts called Rebecca English saying that William and Hamilton are the #1 most fashionable couple in the world. I mean, my family, it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just does not. You know? It doesn't. My family, there is this PR push, which I am sure you have noticed, by the palace and the UK travel press. Because my family, they want William, when the time comes for him to be the monarch, for him to be a popular monarch. That is what the palace wants. And my family, you can't have him being a popular monarch when my family, you have scandals about William cheating, allegedly, on King Milton with Rose HANBURY. You can't have that. So the palace must do something about that. And that is what the palace did. To cover up and protect Prince William. My family, I'll go right ahead and read you the Byline Times exclusive about what happened behind the scenes. My family, here is what happened. My family. First, we begin with the leaking and the briefing and the planting of stories, my family. Kindly hear this, my family. And I quote, "The point is that the royal family is doing deals and trades with the press all the time for favorable coverage and protection and to maintain public relevance." Exactly what Harry said. The naming of Christian Jones threatened to shine a light on the entire unethical relationship between the firm and the press barons, and that could not be tolerated and had to be punished. My family, that is what, first of all, I want to kindly speak about my family. First of all, we have spoken about this, my family. We have spoken about this, what happened, whereby Prince Harry, in his legal papers, named Christian Jones, Prince William's guy, as someone whose partner was getting money from the Sun tabloid to brief against Meghan, to sabotage Meghan Markle. That is what was happening behind the scenes. When the palace found out and saw that the name of William's guy, Christian Jones, was in Harry's legal papers, here's what they did. They ordered for Prince Harry, my family, Charles Mann, Clive Alderton, my family, Clive Alderton. He called Harry, telling him, remove the name of Christian Jones from your legal papers, my family. Once again, they wanted to protect the person who was leaking and breathing against Harry and Meghan, who was putting Meghan through so much pain and suffering. That's what the palace wanted to do, my family. And my family, why would Charles Guy or Charles be interested in Prince William's guy, Prince William's AD? My family, I don't think he was. Charles, in my opinion, was doing a favor for Prince William to cover for him. And William must have called Charles, asking him to do something to get Harry to drop the name of his guy from his legal papers. And that's what, Charles did to cover for Prince William. When Harry refused, the man who controlled the money, the man who was funding Harry and Meghan, sorry, only Prince Harry, the man who was funding Prince Harry cut Prince Harry off. Or because Harry would not remove the name of William's guy who was briefing my family, who was his partner, who was taking money from the Sun tabloid to brief against Harry and Meghan. All because of that, Harry and Meghan were cut off. My family, Harry and Meghan were cut off. And my family, which led to Harry and Meghan pursuing commercial deals. Or because Harry would not remove the name of the person, William's guy, who was briefing against Harry and Meghan, whose partner, was receiving money, clearly, for stories about Harry and Meghan. And Archie. Don't forget Archie, because clearly, they also wanted to know about who is Archie's nanny, who are Archie's godparents. That is what they wanted to know and find out. And my family, so Harry was cut off by Charles. And after that, Harry pursued commercial deals. And my family, basically, also, here is what happened next. It appears the monarchy chose to side with a press secretary, William's press secretary, over Prince Harry. And my family, then we go to Dan Wootton, the person who was getting so much scoops about Harry and Meghan. My family, first of all, here is what happened that led to Dan Wootton getting so many exclusives about Harry and Meghan. Even Harry spoke about this in his memoir Spare. My family, let me read you what was said on Byline Times. And I quote, "Despite not holding a formal remit from the Sun to cover raw matters, Dan Wootton, who was the tabloid's executive editor for show business and TV coverage until he departed in 2021 to become a star presenter for GB News, started taking an increasing interest in royal stories in 2018. On 13th of March 2019, Dan Wootton published an article in the Sun tabloid owned by Rupert Murdoch about an alleged falling out between Prince William, Kate Middleton, and Rose HANBURY, whom the paper dubbed Kate's rural rival. That's what they called her. Kate's rural rival, if you know what I mean. For reasons that are not clear, the article was then removed from the Sun's website, but remained widely reported elsewhere. My family, after Dan Wootton wrote the story about William, Kate, Rose HANBURY, and Kate being, Rose HANBURY being Kate's rural rival, Dan Wootton, the sad little man, began receiving exclusive stories about Harry and Meghan. And what did James Palmer say? My family, James Palmer said the palace were striking deals to my family to leak against Meghan in order to protect Prince William. And that's why the tabloids would not touch a story about William's affair with Rose HANBURY. Once again, Meghan paid the price because of Prince William's actions, because of Prince William's alleged infidelity. That makes me so angry. It makes me so pissed off and so angry what Meghan has had to go through, what Meghan has had to deal with my family. It makes me so angry that Meghan has had to deal with so much pain, my family, at the hands of the fam. And my family, Prince Harry, when promoting his memoir Spare, he said, look, if you want to engage in this business of trading with UK media, you do that for yourselves only. But when you're trying to rehabilitate your image at the expense of Meghan, at the expense of Prince Harry, that is totally unacceptable, my family. So Meghan was targeted, mistreated, or because my family, the palace needed to cover for Prince William. And my family, that makes me so angry. That makes me so angry. And my family, it's so bad what Harry and Meghan have had to go through and have had to deal with. This briefing, this bullying of Meghan Markle, this attempt at demonizing Meghan Markle, this attempt that constantly continues of trying to abuse Meghan out of Harry's life and family. Harry and Meghan have been through so much pain at the hands of the fam. And I'm so sorry that is what Harry and Meghan have had to deal with my family. I'm so sorry about what Harry and Meghan have had to go through. The struggles they have faced. My family, I'm happy that Harry and Meghan, despite what they have faced, they have chosen to fight for each other, to fight for their love, my family. For better or for worse. In good times and in bad times, my family. But my family, Harry and Meghan did not deserve to go through what they have gone through, what they have had to deal with at the hands of the fam. And my family, please hear what Harry said about this, briefing and planting of stories, by members of the royal family. Please kindly hear what Harry himself said, my family.
The one group of people that could have helped or stopped this from happening were the very people that were encouraging it. The relationship between certain members of the family and the tabloid press, those certain members have decided to get into bed with the devil, right? To rehabilitate their image. But the moment that rehabilitation comes at the detriment of others, me, other members of my family, then that's where I draw the line.
My family, you've heard what Harry said. Listen, if you want to rehabilitate your image, then do that. But don't rehabilitate your image at the expense of other members of the royal family, at the expense of Harry, at the expense of Meghan, at the expense of Meghan's mental health and sanity, my family, and sanity. Don't rehabilitate your image at the expense of other people's lives, while destroying other people's lives, like what the fam have been trying to do for a long time against Harry and Meghan and continue trying to do. My family, it is so bad what Harry and Meghan have had to go through and have had to deal with, my family. And all because the palace was protecting Prince William. My family, I have always said this. There's a huge problem when someone refuses to take accountability for one's own actions. For a long time, it has always been like this. Prince Harry the Spare suffers, is smeared by UK media, while William is protected. Time and time again. Harry and William, when they were teenagers, would drink alcohol. But it's Harry who ended up on the front page. William protected. It has always been like this for a very long time. A very long time. William has always been protected by the palace. Always. Even when he has done wrong things. He has always been protected. And there lies the problem. There lies the problem. No wonder he himself must feel that somehow Harry and Meghan should have just put up with everything that William was throwing at them with the smear campaign, with the abuse, all to cover for Prince William. Why? Because he's the heir to the throne. My family, William should have been held accountable a long time ago for his actions. You know, whenever he did something wrong, he should have ended up on the front pages. But as always, he was always protecting family. Harry and Meghan fall in love, get married. Meghan suffers because my family, a tabloid, a carnival of so-called experts, found out about William's alleged affairs. And the palace briefed against Meghan. That's what they did, causing Meghan so much pain, to the point that Meghan wanted to even take her own life. My family, it should never ever have come to that. Never. It should never ever have come to that. And I'm so angry, pissed off that Meghan paid the price because of William's wrongful deeds. I'm so angry and pissed off every time I just think about what Meghan has had to go through. Or because our own expert found out about what William did to Kate Middleton, my family. My family, I'll continue with what was in my family, you know, by the Byline Times exclusive, my family. My family, I like Byline Times. I like Byline Times 100%. And thank you to them for what they're doing. They're doing remarkable work. I mean, this is good research. Truly, my family, truly, people in Britain deserve a media outlet that my family behaves ethically, that my family does actual research. And Byline Times is that newspaper that my family is doing a good job. And my family, I'm hoping that millions of people in Britain and across the world read Byline Times, my family. My family, here is what also was said. A former friend of Dan Wootton's told Byline Times that the journalist allegiance appeared to quickly shift from one prince to another after what? After getting that scoop about William, Kate, Rose HANBURY. Then the palace gave him Harry and Meghan on a silver platter, with Meghan being the main target. My family, here is what Dan Wootton's former friend said. My family. So my family, his allegiance quickly shifted. Why? Because the palace gave him Meghan. William and Kate's Kensington Palace gave him anti-Harry and Meghan stories to the press, but mostly targeting Meghan. That's what they did to cover up for Prince William's alleged affair, my family. Please kindly hear what was in my family by Dan Wootton's former friend. And I quote, Dan hated Prince William until around May 2019, they said. Behind closed doors, he did not have a good word for Prince William. He was always talking about his attitude. My family, you know, I saw somewhere that the William you see in public is not the real William. And my family, clearly, that is the truth. The William you see in public is not the real William. It's a cover. It's a cover. He's someone who can't control his temper. He's someone who shouts. He's someone who Harry described whenever he gets angry. My family, he turns red, piping hot. My family, Harry even says, before William physically attacked him, William was piping hot, you know? And Harry tells him, I can't speak to you when you're like this. And Harry even gives him water to try and calm him down. He can't control his temper. You know? And my family, clearly, that's the real Prince William. That's the real Prince William. Someone who my family does not have a good attitude, is not a good person. Also, kindly please hear this, my family. But Dan never criticized Harry, really, at least. He never seemed to have much interest at all in Prince Harry. Then suddenly, Just like that, in the summer of 2019, he switched. Basically, he was hating on Harry and Meghan. He had previously been obsessed with Prince William, and then he switched to Harry and Meghan. And Byline Times put a series of detailed questions to a lawyer for the royal family, a spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan, Dan Wootton, Christian Jones, Jones' partner, and also Simon Case. That's what Byline Times did, my family. My family. And here is what Harry said about Dan Wootton, the sad little man. My family. Here's what Prince Harry said, my family. Because for my family, Prince Harry already told us what was happening behind the scenes. Here is what Harry said, my family, and I quote, "We got word from Sarah that the Sun was about to run a story saying that Prince Harry and Meghan was stepping away from their royal duties to spend more time in Canada. A sad little man." The tabloid's showbiz editor was said to be the lead reporter on the story. Why? Why him? Why, of all people, the showbiz guy? Because lately he had refashioned himself into some sort of quasi-royal correspondent, largely on the strength of his secret relationship with one particular close friend of Willie's comms secretary, who fed him trivial and mostly fake gossip. He was sure to get everything wrong, as he got everything wrong on his last big exclusive, Tiara Gate. My family, that's what Harry said about Dan Wootton without mentioning his name. He called him the sad little man. That's what Prince Harry called Dan Wootton. My family, as you can see, really, every single painful experience that Harry and Meghan have had to endure, I think we can all say we know exactly where all that stuff comes from. It comes from Prince William and Kate Middleton. It comes from them. They're the ones who have been after Harry and Meghan. My family, William in particular. That person is not a good person. He's not a good man. One bit, my family. And my family, and even also, what is so interesting is that even a few days before the Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan, Piers Morgan was on Good Morning Britain saying this, and I quote, "Show compassion to your brother." Piers Morgan slams Prince Harry over Oprah chat. From Piers Morgan, my family, from Piers Morgan. Because these people, they knew who was behind the hate campaign, the bullying, the abuse of Harry and Meghan, the hounding of Harry and Meghan. Who was the one who was leaking anti-Harry and Meghan stories to the press? It was none other than Prince William. It was him. He's the guy. He's always been the guy. And I won't ever forget Meghan, after finding out what Jason Knopf did, issuing a statement against Meghan. Meghan said, "It's your brother. It's your brother. It's your brother. It's your brother." It's always been Prince William. It's always been him. My family, it's like, for me, I feel like Prince William is someone who can't stand seeing Harry happy. He just can't. He can't stand seeing the pair happy. He can't. He's so jealous and envious of his brother. And that jealousy is eating him up, my family, that he wants to destroy his brother, Prince Harry. He can't stand seeing Harry happy. He can't stand seeing Harry thriving. He can't stand seeing Harry, paying his bills. He can't stand seeing that. And my family, it is so bad what Harry and Meghan have had to deal with all these years. The lies being told about them, the smear campaign, the hate campaign. It's so bad what Harry and Meghan have had to deal with and I've had to endure. And I'm so sorry that Meghan even lost a child because of what happened. Harry and Meghan lost a child. Don't forget, my family, because of the stress of Meghan's court case against Daily Mail. Daily Mail were being assisted by the firm to go after Meghan, Prince William in particular, who authorized his own employee to issue a statement against Meghan in court. A statement that even Meghan's own lawyer, Jenny Afia, said was not even needed. And my family, there is no way he could have done what he did without the consent or approval of Prince William. And then, right after what he did, he was given an award. An award. My family, an award by Prince William, a top roll honor. My family, it is so obvious what has been going down and what has been happening. And my family, I was kind of, when reading this stuff of what happened to Harry and Meghan, I feel like they themselves, they can't trust people who my family, first of all, were around them when they were back in the farm. Because my family, I feel like still there are people who my family don't wish Harry and Meghan well. I feel like still they have them in their midst and they just don't know it yet, my family. But it's like the signs are there, but maybe they just don't, they can't see it, my family. Because for me, my family, I know that you'll have people who you can trust and people you can't trust. And for me, there's one person, my family, I don't trust even one bit. And I've mentioned this to you, countless number of times. And my family, it's one person called Beth Halihi, my family, And I've been saying this quite a number of times. I just don't trust her. I have this, bad feeling about Beth Halihi. And her motives, her intentions. My family, I have this kind of bad feeling deep inside of me about, her motives, her intentions. Because my family, after what we saw even when Harry was playing polo, in Singapore, there is something which was awkward about Beth Halihi. Something was very, very much off about this woman, Beth Halihi, of how she was staring at Prince Harry. It was awkward, my family. But this is not really the only problem, my family. This is not the only problem, my family. This is not the only problem. The problem is what she was doing, my family, what she was doing even after, of how Beth Halihi herself was practically, my family, based on what even members of the squad have posted online, she was congratulating Jason North, someone who issued a statement against Meghan, my family. That's what she did, my family. I don't know if that comment was really from her. I have no idea. Because Jason North did receive a top roll honor from Prince William. After everything he did to Harry and Meghan, he received a top roll honor, my family. And you can see Beth Halihi's comment, of congrats to Jason North. And my family, that is what really worries me. That some people who Prince Harry, have entrusted and Meghan have entrusted don't mean them well. Are there to try and cause some pain, some hurt to Harry and Meghan. And those people in my family, they concern me. They concern me, my family. I trust Prince Harry, but I don't trust Beth Halihi one bit. With how she was in Singapore, I think from that moment, she was just off. She was just off, my family. From that moment, what happened in Singapore, my family, she was just, there was just something bad, a bad vibe I could get from her. However, members of the squad online, I'll be like, Brian, she's someone who, is entrusted by Harry and Meghan. You've even seen her hugging Meghan Markle. My family is the people who are close to you that end up betraying you. You think are your friends, but end up betraying you. Those are people my family should be worried and concerned about my family. But also, I do have faith in Prince Harry because my family, Prince Harry, is someone who, his father, Charles, had an affair with Camilla. So my family, I don't think that Harry would put Meghan through that pain. My family, I even can see even the text from Beth Alihi. My family, she posted that many congratulations, Jason, co-founder and partner at Alihi Law Firm. Just enough, my family was rewarded by Prince William after what he did to Meghan Markle. My family, there are people in Harry's midst and Meghan's midst, my family, that don't mean them well. They don't mean them well. They don't mean them well even one bit. I just don't trust them one bit. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't one bit. I don't. And my family, I feel like when Harry and Meghan fled Britain, even though there are people, my family may have served them well. My family, I just wish that they could not partner up with people, my family, were with them or were hired by Kensington Palace. Those people are not to be trusted. And my family, we know what the family's goal is my family, is to destroy what Harry and Meghan have, their marriage, hoping that Harry will come back to the UK and re-enter or rejoin the gilded cage, my family. That is what they want. And my family, I hope that the fam never ever succeed in destroying what Harry and Meghan have, their marriage, and their love for each other, my family. And all these individuals like Beth Alihi, my family, also, not being able to ruin Harry and Meghan's marriage, my family. My family, you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, Kylie. I like to hear your opinion, family. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Bedana, and also Doria, Raglan, and all of you members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to this video. Love you, my family, always and forever, and may God bless you all, my family. I'm so upset that Meghan had to suffer. All because the heir must be protected by the palace. It's so sad what Meghan has had to go through and deal with, my family. And all the struggles that Harry and Meghan have endured. I hope and pray that my family, it's even turned them into even a more stronger couple, more than ever, after what they've endured. Even someone told me that, Brian, after all the struggles that Harry and Meghan have endured, no matter what the firm does, it's not going to be easy to destroy what they have. My family, that's my prayer and my hope. What God has put together, let no man or woman ever separate. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you all forever, and may God bless you all, my family. May God bless you all 100%. And may God protect Harry and Meghan. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you all forever, and may God bless you all, my family. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.